Oh, I just died in your arms tonight. Cinco play. It must have been something you said. You ate. Must have been something you ate. How's it going? You hear this game is really bad. I think we're in that stage of social media history where everything is really bad. If you listen to people online. That's the way it goes. How's it going, Cinco? Happy New Year? I don't think I've had the chance to tell you Happy New Year in person just yet. So, there you are. I hope everything's okay. And I hope you're doing well. We've actually really been enjoying our time playing through Secret of Evermore. It's been quite good. It's been pretty good. I've enjoyed it significantly more. Was that a fake out dog? Oh, doggy. I've enjoyed it significantly more than I did the first time around. Mr. Temper and Baron here as well. Everything is really bad. You remember the new Muppet movie they made with that guy? I think the guy from The Hangover was? I don't know. Jason Segel, I think his name is. And they had Sam the Eagle on like a news program that was just called Everything Stinks. You could swing that. You know, that could be your streamer name. Just Everything Stinks. JK, it's pretty good. It is good. It is. It's good. Trading stuff in Greece. So that was like streaming a spreadsheet. Yeah, and still somehow not the most boring thing I've ever streamed on this channel. Believe it or not. And I'm sure you can recall. You've been here for quite a lot of those boring things. Yeah, it was not exciting, but I did manage to get everything, so that was cool. I followed a guide, found a pretty good guide online, and we just did that. You could stream in a trash can like Oscar. You could, and then you'd have to sing, "I love trash. Anything dirty or dingy or dusty. Anything ragged or rotten or rusty. Yes, I love trash." That could be your whole thing. You just open with your theme song, and everything will be all right. Today we got the music in me. I couldn't sleep last night, so this is what happens when the Warred Mage does not get enough sleep. Woke up super early, stayed up super late, couldn't sleep, so we're doing the music. We're doing Secret of Evermore, and that's good. I can't wait for Secret of the Stars after this. I'm sure the memery will be off the charts. It's the only way to react to bad games these days. That's the way that the cool kids do it, I guess. So I look forward to many people calling it the greatest game on the Super Nintendo. And I'm guessing... Oh, I'm not guessing. I'm pretty sure we're like 60 to 75% of the way through this game. Maybe 70%. Something like that. I did beat this one before, but it was a long time ago. It was a good while back. And I am using a map for this because I don't got all the time in the world. It is a momentum killer. It is, yeah. It's a cool feature that I think would have been neat if it had been maybe a little more spread out across the game. I don't know. I was trying to think about that the other night. I was like, how would you make that less dull? I think one thing that Evermore doesn't really have is it has a lot of mazes and a lot of kind of puzzles and things like that, but it doesn't have a good sense of what the end goal is for individual puzzles or individual goals and that sort of thing. Wow, that is ridiculously overpowered. Ganon was right. Let me pull up my map here. So, for instance, there's times playing this where I'm like, I don't understand what the game wants me to do as far as the goal. And that makes it difficult to navigate. Hi! Your kindness is very welcome. To save me from the well was a great thing. You did not have to do that, you know. Please take this token of my appreciation. We got the wizard's coin. Thanks many times for your help. I'll see you again. Cool. So that was the Oglin that we let out of the well earlier. And he gives you a secret. There are many secrets in this game. Magic defense is increased for the one who possesses this coin. Neat. That's handy. Dog? Nothing? Okay. Poodle. Nobody's favorite dog. Let's see now. I believe we're gonna go down here. We'll keep using hardball because that one's pretty cool. Hardball level 4. Oh yeah. Happy New Year, Josh Pritt. How are you? I hope it's been a good year so far. My year, I'm determined to make it about determination and moving forward and all that. So I hope that you have as determined a new year as I. The well-guided mage, or well-guided red mage. I'll take it. I think I'm especially attuned to using a guide like a map on stream, because I was thinking about this the other night, talking about playing Dragon Warrior 7 on PS1. And a lot of people are like, "Oh my gosh, it's so long." They're like, "It's over 100 hours." I'm like, "That's how long like your average RPG is today." But I was like, it would take me forever to get through that, because only stream for what, like 10 hours a week? It would take me a real long time to get through that. So I don't know that I want to do that, but I do want to play that game. So that being said, if I did play it on stream, I would have to streamline it, if you will, and some of that comes down to using things like maps and stuff like that. You bought Ring Fit Adventure. Nice. I actually really liked that game, Ring Fit Adventure. The ring fitting part does not come in Polynesian size, so we'll say that was somewhat of an issue. But playing that game was pretty fun. I like the idea of like a fitness RPG, a fitness adventure game. Like, that's pretty cool. Rather than just like you get on and you kind of aimlessly throw punches or stuff like that. The most fitness game I ever played was Just Dance. I actually got really good at it. I used to do max 300 on Oni, I think it was. I don't know. It's been a long time. Hey, that kid's throwing punch. Is it wordy? See, and that's also tricky for streaming. If a game's really wordy, that can really slow things down. Play both online and offline. Just play it on stream if you feel like it. So that might be cool. I feel like one of the fun parts. I really like this dragon design. I feel like one of the fun parts about streaming an RPG online is being able to go through the story together. Without missing any beats, especially if anybody wanted to, catch up on the stream or whatever. So I don't think I've tried doing something like that yet. I might have done that with, Stardew Valley when I was first starting off streaming. But other than that, I haven't really tried much of that approach. That's one of the games that I plan to play this year. We were coming up with an annual challenge. Let me tell you folks about this. So last year... Oh, he's dead. That was easy. So last year, since it was the 50th anniversary since the release of the first computer RPG, we decided to do an RPG challenge. 12 RPGs from our backlog. Alright, now it gave us another new weapon? I just got this one. I know, no. Yeah, I just got the Crusader sword. What the heck? There are too many weapons to upgrade. Weapon types should have been upgradable. And anyway, so this year we're doing another challenge. It's see how many games you can complete off of our anniversary list that we're building. So we're tracking anniversaries going back to like 40th, 45th anniversaries. And you should join in. There's Ultima, Wizardry, Might and Magic, Zelda, Kid Icarus, Metroid. There are quite a few big names on there. Should end show the end of a Nindo. Nice. Yeah, no, I don't think so. I swore I would never stream a Nindo Way of the Ninja again. Even though it's having its anniversary. Let's see. Hey JT2917, how's it going? You know you know RPGs, must be a fan of Mega Man games. I absolutely am. I stream RPGs and I mostly made my online persona about RPGs. But I play a lot more variety than just RPGs. I feel like I would burn out if I just played RPGs. I still can't get past these. So I do enjoy classic platformers. That's not the right sword. I enjoy classic platformers quite a bit, so I really love Mega Man. When I was a kid, I wanted to be Mega Man. I loved that character so much. There are tons of secrets in this game, as we discussed, so I'm just going to be careful. Okay. Oh, check over here. I also like playing adventure games. I really, really, really like farm sims. That's a guilty pleasure category for me. I like puzzle games. I like shmups quite a bit. It's just harder to make a personality online out of shmups, I think. I haven't seen many like shmup themed accounts. You can find like a billion like RPG themed accounts, but it's hard to find shmup themed accounts. That just dawned on me. Is it true that Polynesians are made out of wood instead of meat? Can confirm. We thought Polynesians were made out of polyester. Ew! That was a dad joke right there. That was pretty good. They're the most tough and durable human beings on the planet. Must be wood or stone. They might be. They might be. They're pretty tough. I don't know about most tough on the planet. But you got to be pretty tough in order to be like, okay, I'm going to eat, and then we're going to travel the ocean for like months aimlessly until we find land. STG Weekly is a great shoot 'em up account. I never heard of them, actually. Stardew Valley came on your test list and the garage playing in it. Nice. Oh, that's cool. Stardew Valley is, yeah. Stardew Valley is in my top 10, actually. My top 10. Let me give you my top 10. And you could all give me your top 10. I wrote it down because I forget stuff like this. So I don't have to change it so frequently. All right. All right, here you go. This is the Well-Read Mages top 10. These are favorites, not best of. Oh, why did it post like that? That sucks. All right, anyway, they're all on there. Thought it was gonna post vertically, but it didn't. Chrono Trigger, obviously. Oh, we got another maze here. Mega Man X. That's an annual game for me. I really love Mega Man X. Final Fantasy Tactics, my favorite Final Fantasy. Shadow of the Colossus, the PS4 version. I think that one's got a few quality of life features that just push it over the edge. Really love Shadow of the Colossus. Final Fantasy VI. We got 3 Final Fantasies on this list. Final Fantasy VI is the one that I would say is objectively the best one. It's not my favorite one. That would be Tactics. But I think it's fantastic. Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island, my favorite Mario game. Breath of Fire 2 for personal reasons. That one might be tainted by recent experiences, so I might take that one down. I don't know. Because this is a favorites list anyway. So it's games that ultimately make me happy I like thinking about. The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, which I really adore. I think I came in full circle here. My favorite Zelda, and that's the original one. I really liked the remake, but I like the original quite a bit. Okay. Let me see if I missed anything in here, because some of these mazes hide some stuff. Oh yeah, we got secret paths. But there's really only 2 exits, though. Whatever a secret path is. Okay, I guess that there are things to find here, so we're gonna have to do that. And then, yeah, last game, Stardew Valley, probably the game that I've replayed the most and spent the most hours in. I've done like multiple 500-600 hour playthroughs on that thing. Penny, oh, a fan of Penny. Jiggly, how's it going, Jiggly? Saying Happy New Year to you. Thanks very much, Mr. Temper. That's kind of you. I usually go for Leia in Stardew Valley, the artist. I've married pretty much all of them except for Abigail, because she's the stereotypical gamer girl. Not that gamer girls are terrible or anything, but really the thing that I don't like about Stardew Valley is they really dial down on some irritating stereotypes. So her and who's the one with the blue hair, the hippie girl? Oh, it's been too long. Now I can't recall. Okay, I would like to see about the secret path here and what all that entails. So let me see if I can find that. We're kind of gonna search around. There we go. Not sure where this is gonna lead us, but oh, really? Does that? So it just connects back and forth. That's stupid. There's nothing in here then. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. All right, we could leave. That was a nice short dungeon. If I were to drop Breath of Fire 2, I would probably bump up Mega Man 2, maybe Katamari Damacy, Cuphead, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. That's an annual game for me. That would probably be it, actually. Zombies Ate My Neighbors. I replay that every October. Do the one sitting. Syncoplay. Did you know that Stardew Valley was originally released in Japan as an Arabian-themed farming game called Doki Doki Harvest Moon? I love you. Hey, so you know what? While you were gone, I assumed you were busy or you hated me or something. But anyway, while you were gone, I think Dan Dang Done It made a comment that was jokey like that, like a serious factoid that is not serious at all. And somebody else goes, that is such a Syncoplay comment. And I was so proud. I was so proud of you that you'd reached a level where people are now like able to identify what is a Syncoplay comment. So well done on that. You hated me while visiting family in Houston. Yeah, I knew it. I can sense, not only am I hyper insecure, but a Mazquito. Okay. I could sense from all that distance away that that there was some unanimous hyper hatred going on. Yeah, let's see everybody's top 10 list. Oh, Emily, that's right. Yeah, I can't stand Emily, and I can't stand Abigail. And then I've played other mods, one where they convert the bachelors into bachelorettes. I've played one where they've expanded to create another town. There's already enough content in that base game. Only one of those you have not played, and yet there are only 2 games on my list that you do own. Which game have you not played on my list? Those relationship things never go well in games for me. I just beat Euden Chronicles. The date was the greedy guy who gives you resources. Hey, you know, girls gotta eat. Pretty sure I got the gold saucer with Barrett. Oh, nice. Is Stardew Valley one of them farm sim games? That's how I read that. Yes, it is. What is this Bitten by a Mazquito? I gotta look that up. Yeah, it is. It also has combat and levels in it. It's in the vein of like Rune Factory, where you've got some dungeon crawling in it, but very, very light. It is mostly a farming sim. Let's see. Okay, so this strategy guide doesn't mention anything about this. So, Mr. Thou, how are you? How's it going? Let me out of here. There we go. Begin on creating that Stardew Valley model where Penny becomes part of an interdimensional rescue squad. I'd play it. I'd play. Give me a reason to play more Stardew Valley, please. I'm begging you. Let's see. Mr. Thou, Happy New Year. How are you? You know about Stardew Valley thanks to MageCast. You want to apologize for being a... That's okay. No apologies required. But thanks for outing yourself. I appreciate it. And thanks for the shout out to MageCast. Good old classic MageCast. We've got a... Cinco Play here was actually a guest on an episode of MageCast. I don't plan to get back into podcasting anytime soon, but it's a delight to know that some people remember it, at least. And it was fun to talk. It was fun to meet people and talk to people about different games and things like that. It was a bit of an aimless show, but it was fun. Take that to Repscallion. There we go. Got him. One of Jiggly's Angels. Can we not... let me remind you. Let me remind you of the candor of this chat, if you don't mind. Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Super Mario World, Deus Ex, Final Fantasy VI, Final Fantasy 12. So this is not in order, huh? Hollow Knight, excellent choice. Dark Souls 3, Genshin Impact, Link to the Past, Super Mario Odyssey. List changes daily. Oh, wow. There's two different types of people when it comes to favorites. There are people like myself who write it down, and there are people who just name it off the cuff, whatever day it happens to be. Let me see what else I might have missed in here. I know it's that last one now, so we're gonna come up here and see what there is. Door's locked. And I guess that's it? Yes. Okay, so I didn't miss anything. Not in order. Yeah, once I saw Final Fantasy then I was like, okay, because I know your favorite Final Fantasy is 12. I'll just hoping to catch you on a day where Chrono Trigger is on that list. You know, if it changes daily, statistically, there's got to be a probability out there somewhere, you know, in which it makes an appearance on the list. This is another huge town, ain't it? But there's nobody here. This must be the end of time. Never listened to podcasts before MageCast. Learned a lot of games. Oh, that's very kind of you to say. That's cool. That almost makes me want to do it again. You know, it was fun to introduce people to ideas and stuff like that. It was enjoyable. It was one of those things that there's so many things I want to do, and I have to focus on things that will be most beneficial to my family and of obviously the mental health. Podcasting, unfortunately, just took so much time to produce a show. And sometimes I'd be really late with it, but it was something that I really loved. That was a passion project type thing. This door was blocked here, right? Earthbound and Super Mario RPG both would have to make it to the list before Chrono. Got it. So when you talk about changing daily, like, are we talking about like seriously like changing, or there's got to be like more than half of those probably never come off that list, right? Like I'm guessing Final Fantasy 12 never comes off that list. Symphony of the Night probably never comes off that list. A Link to the Past, stuff like that. Okay, here we go. Here's another top 10. So we got Darius Burst Chronicle Saviors, never heard of it. Romance 3, Nobugana Taishi, Dragon Quest 7, Dragon Quest 3, FF6, FF Tactics, we share one. Metal Saga, Neo 2, Naval Ops Commander. Honorable mention to 7 Days to Die because I played it more than any other game. Oh, nice. So I've never heard of a couple of those, actually, which means I've certainly never played them. But this year I would like to play Dragon Quest 7, so there's that. 12, Symphony of the Night, 6, Deus Ex, and Hollow Knight never leave us. Other try to change it. Nice. Yeah, Hollow Knight is just that good. Did you beat Silk Song? Did you play that one? I thought it was really good. I don't know if I enjoyed it more than Hollow Knight. It plays really differently than Hollow Knight, which is kind of exciting. It plays certainly a lot quicker than Hollow Knight does.
Hello, my alchemy business has all but dried up. I'm thinking of retiring. You're such a cutie. Let me teach you a useful alchemy formula. It requires 1 acorn and 2 parts water.
It is regrowth. Gradually regenerates heroes' HP. So we were kind of confused last stream about 1-up and regrowth. So let me look at a list of alchemy on Secret of Evermore. Because it sounded like 1-up was like a... was like an auto phoenix kind of thing. An auto life. But we got to make sure, because you wouldn't want to... You don't want to trust your life to that, and that's not what it winds up being. Okay, 1-up. Fully restores hero's HP. That's all it says. It must be if he dies. Because that's what they made it sound like. And then regrowth is a regen spell. I don't think I'm going to use that. Oh, it's okay. Still waiting on Silk Song. It's good. I think you'll like it when you do get around to it. The real nice thing about it is the price point. Absolutely fantastic of Team Cherry. I wish that... You know, and there were people mad that they priced it so low. I was like, what kind of dystopian universe are you asking for here? Like, I think if we can focus on making these smaller, meaningful games that, you know, are widely celebrated and people love them, for low cost and they sell for a low price, I think that's awesome. We should do more of that. Naval Ops Commander was good. Gentleman for Dragon Quest 7. Yeah, it is out tomorrow. I think I'm going to play the original rather than the reimagining. Because I've got the original, and I'd like to play that before I play the reimagining. Just in case, you know, I ever want to play the reimagining, then I can compare it, you know? A lot of people are like, watch out, it's long. I was like, this ain't my first rodeo. And then watch me quit it halfway through. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't want to start a game that might be a goat without knowing I can finish it without getting distracted. Oh yeah, that's a good philosophy. Let's see. Koei's dead. They're now Koei Tecmo, which is different beast entirely plus experimentation. It's all long dead now. Oh man, you could swap in a certain other company right there, and we would absolutely know what you're talking about. Saying that, yeah. Well, I saw one guy saying that they should have made the Switch 2 so powerful that it cost $1,000. He's like, I would pay $1,000 for a high-end handheld PC Switch 2. I was like, what on earth are you talking about? I like that. For me, that's completely out of the question. Like, I would never buy a $1,000. Like, it's ridiculous. That's so insane to me. I get, like, if you want that, they make high-end PCs that are handhelds, and then you just buy that, you know. But I don't know, maybe some Xbox fans will get their wishes. It sounds like they're gonna do some big old expensive the Xbox for the next generation. Word on the street is there's gonna be, like, you know, you pay $1,000 for an Xbox because they're basically making a PC. That's like, come on. You want me to treat PCs like they're iterative, like consoles? I don't think so. And no exclusives? You can keep it. Okay, open sesame. There we go. Oh, absolutely. That's everything. That's everything that I've heard about Dragon Quest 7. None of it frightens me. If I don't enjoy it, I'll just, you know, stop playing it. But and that's the benefit of not streaming it as well. But I would like to play it. I think I might enjoy it. Friggin' mazes. Mazes. It amazes me how many mazes are in this game. Quite a few, actually. Is there, see, this is what I mean. Like, is there an end point here that I'm trying to get towards that I just can't see? It's always great when the screen is totally black, then you can't really tell if you're moving or not. Okay. Yeah, one would think that they'd killed Xbox. And they're still in the process of bludgeoning it. $1,000 is still cheap. Yeah, $1,000 is still cheap compared to buying a luxury car, but it's well outside of what I would pay for a Switch 2. There's no way I would buy. There's no way I would buy a Switch 2 for $1,000. That's just crazy. Let's see. I think Dragon Quest 7 is best in the series. Prefer 3. Nice. That's cool. I did meet somebody today who said 7 was the worst in the series. But, you know, I wish that people would just provide... Like, if you're going to say something is the worst in the series, like, provide me with some reasoning, I guess, as to why. You know, like, what kind of leads you... If it's just a personal patience thing, or if they got bored, like, I would like to know. You know, but if you're gonna say it's the worst, give me something. Okay, let's see here. I need to find some excuse me. Some oh man. I need to find some maps here. Mappage. Okay, we did the oh shoot, there was stuff. Looks like the stuff in the sewers that we got through was just it was just alchemy ingredients. Okay, Ebon Keep. Let's see. So there is something in here. We got to get basically to like the right side of this. Magical Fails, how are you? I appreciate you coming in and giving us a little wave. Obviously, you're welcome to chit chat with us. Today we're talking about a couple different things. We're talking about Dragon Quest 7. The reimagining demo is out tomorrow. Let me know if you plan to play that. And we're also talking about our top 10 favorite games of all time. So if you've got a list that you'd like to share, feel free. Here we go. That's not too bad. For wuss gamers, what is it, the 1980s over here? Only on one part gets stuck on was forget to talk to the right person. Nice. Dragon Quest 782-1164-3519. I have liked every Dragon Quest that I've played, but I've not played many of them. So this seems like it's the year to fix that. I do plan to start the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remake here pretty soon. I've played Dragon Quest 1 to completion and like half of Dragon Quest 2. And let's see, that just goes to that side. What about, we can't go out here? Oh no, we can go out. Well, why did it do that? That's it? Other side is the same thing. 7, his biggest fault is the intro section is too long. Doesn't hook people when it takes an hour to get into the first combat. Yeah, some people were telling me first slime is 3 hours in. And I was like, 3 hours? I always assume, because it's social media, I assume that there's an exaggeration. But so much can come down to mood, you know. Sometimes you really hate a game and it might be a bit of gravy, a bit of undigestive beef, or a crumb of cheese. As there's more of gravy than of grave about you. No. Sometimes it's mood. You know, maybe you didn't sleep so well. Maybe you're not having a good day. Stuff like that. But that's why I'd like to know. You know, if somebody didn't like something, tell me why. No, we're not gonna do it. 3 hours, 2 big towns, multiple dungeons, including the big one before the first battle. So there are dungeons without combat in the start of this game. See, 3 hours. Oh, I like puzzles and exploration. See, 3 hours is 3 hours, and Temper says 1 hour. So I assume it's something between those two. If it's literally 3 hours, that's a long time. Ah, okay.
I am king of the rats, I tell you, king of the rats. And I'm claiming this castle in the name of disease-carrying vermin everywhere. Prepare to be plagued.
That's a gigantic rat. That's a good thing. Oh, that was the wrong spell. Oh, well. Alright, we got plagued. Oh, that actually hit pretty hard. Well, I'm gonna plague you right back. Can't even reach this guy. You know, that's a little bogus. Let me hit you with one of these. That's big damage. That is big old damage. Hey! He actually hits really quick. This is a heavy hitting boss here. I don't wanna get killed, so I'm gonna make sure that we take him out quick. Doggy, pretty much useless on this battle, so we're just gonna let him go the way of the dinosaur. Oh yeah, that's hefty damage. This fight, he is real mean. He is real mean with some of these spell sequences. But that's okay. I could be real mean back. When life gives you a giant rat on top of crates, just keep using Crush over and over again. Heck yes. Let's see. Nobody complained that Persona 4 took 4 hours to get to the first fully playable day. I haven't met anybody who's played Persona 4 or talked to me about it. I don't know. Maybe they're out there. I bet if you go on forums, you'll find somebody complaining about it. I'm a really good gamer, though, so it didn't take me 3 hours. Okay. Certain it depends on how fast you read. I think it was less than 45 with mashing the text. Mashing the text. I can read pretty fast. See, that's what I'm worried about, though, with a reimagining. If there's voice acting, how long is a sequence going to take? Like, are we looking at, like, an hour? Because, you know, it's just actual talking. Wow, this place is just like the other castle, only not quite as clean.
Halt! Stop! Wait! Who are you? What do you want? I'm Billy, and this is my dog, Nintendog. We've been sent here by the Queen of Ivor Tower. She wants us to open the drawbridge. That imposter sent you here, and she wants you to open our drawbridge? Oh, this won't do. We can't have this. Please, I implore you, before you do anything rash, come with me. There is someone that you must meet.
The real queen? The queen? Long play has combat after 1 hour 13. No, reimagining as Jiggly. It was a reimagining of Dragon Quest VII. Imagine a reimagining of Evermore. This game doesn't really need to be trimmed at all. It moves at a pretty brisk pace. It ain't no Dragon Quest VII. Please follow these stairs and speak to Her Highness. Oh, the real queen. Dang. Queen Bluegarden, what are you doing here? Have we met? Yeah, in Ivor Tower, don't you remember? Oh, you met the impostor, my evil twin. Wow, this is like what happens in the two Dr. IDs. Two Dr. Ides, I don't know. We've found evil twins everywhere. First there was Fire Eyes, or Elizabeth, and her evil twin, then Horace, and now you. Elizabeth, Horace? Oh, you've met the others. Are you from Podunk too? Yes. And you were part of an experiment in the mansion on the hill? Yes. And something went terribly wrong? Yes. And I've been stuck here ever since. It hasn't been that bad until a few months ago, anyway. That's when my twin appeared, locked me in the dungeon, and took my place. Then she presented the king with a hypnotic puppet show which sent him into a trance. Oh, the guy rocking back and forth on the chair watching the puppet show was the king. Okay, and what if they pull a Final Fantasy VII remake on you with this reimagining, and they use it to make some kind of like meta commentary on all the games being in a multiverse, and they're like, just kidding, there's, it's only the first part of the original game. How would you feel? Depends on how thorough you are in the beginning. It took 3 hours and enjoyed exploring American Granny. Oh yeah, for sure. And each player kind of goes at their own pace. I'm a pretty slow-paced player. I like to explore and look around. I don't mash through dialogue. I like to read it and stuff like that. Yet, you got to put the yet in there. Oh yeah, I read that. With the king in his couch potato state, the imposter could scheme right under his nose. By the time I got out of the dungeon, she had moved the kingdom across the ravine. Now only a few of us remain at Ebon Keep. That was a weird mouth noise. She sent us here to open the drawbridge so that her troops could clear out the castle. Well, that's not good at all. It's only a matter of time before she storms in here, with or without your help. Listen, kid, I think that Tinker can help you get back to Podunk. But first, you're going to have to get rid of that imposter. We'll batten down the hatches here. And we'll go back to the castle and set things straight before she could cross over. That sounds like a good idea. If you need my help out in the field, you can call me by using one of your call beads. Before you leave, make sure that you talk to Tinker in the chamber to the east. He'll be able to help you on your journey. Thanks, Queen Bluegarden. Please, call me Camellia. Oh, she is relatively spry. How do we know that she's the real queen, though? Because, there might be... I mean, she could just be saying that. Billy seems like he's pretty naive and all that. 200 hours. Wow. Like to have a little game with your lore. I could appreciate that. Wow, what cool windows. The pictures seem almost alive. It must be a trick of the light. What is it, Nintendo? What's wrong? Oh, we got the bazooks. That's cool. How did we get the bazooka? I don't know. Did the queen give us this? I don't recall. Oh, we got it from the rat. Oh, phew, those guys were a pain in the glass. That that's not bad. That actually might be one of the best lines on the Super Nintendo right here. Let me just screenshot that for later. Oh, we missed something earlier? Go ahead and tell me. Feel free. Pane in the glass. Well done. Whoever wrote that. Who was the writer on this game anyway? Oh yeah. I thought I hit up every house back in town. Let's go take a look. You little hoochies is nice, but it's not a joke. It's just like, hey, you said hoochies. You know what I mean? That line is pretty iconic. But yeah, paint in the glass. I love that. I don't know. That's pretty good. Okay, let's hoolie on out of here. An entire story of Curse of the Sinistrals. Is that Lufia 2? Or 1? I can't know. Fortress of Doom is the first one. You didn't like anything in the story of... I think it's Rise of the Sinistrals. Or is it Curse of the Sinistrals is the remake, right? Oh, yeah, right there. There's the remake. Let me see. I think this was the only house that I could go into. I have not. I have not played a lot of DS games. I don't really play too many handheld things. And I'm glad I haven't by the reception that it has. Okay, now. So, yeah, see all these houses are boarded up, so where... Oh, here we go. Did I just run past that? I did not come in here at all. I remember this cameo. I didn't remember that it was here. How did I miss this house? Oh, because I went around the back. Yeah, I was going around there. No, it forces you to come around. I don't know. Maybe I was looking at chat. It's your fault, not my fault. I'm not dumb. You're dumb. Grab that. Can't carry any more honey. Here we go. Does not even remotely resemble him, but, you know, close enough. I don't know. I mean, I could see it. He looks more like the, looks more like the Warrior of Light from the first, Final Fantasy. Would be cool if he was in his Dark Knight form. What have we here? You're not from Ebon Keep or Ivor Tower, as far as I can tell. No, we're from Podunk. Can't say that I've heard of Podunk. Maybe you've heard of me. The name's Cecil of Baron Castle. Heard about my victory over Zeromus? I feel like there may be an answer here. Is that Dialog? No. Is there a... There's not like a thing here, right? There's a bonus for knowing him. Okay. Now I've settled down with my wife, Rosa, and we live a quiet life here in Ebon Keep. Oh, I'm happy for him. How much does that contradict the after years? Is all of this armor yours? Yes, this is my business. I sell items that I've accumulated over the years. It's nice, but business has been slow lately, what with most people leaving for Ivor Tower. Why didn't you leave too? Just stubborn, I guess. We didn't feel right about it. Still don't. You seem like a nice kid, but you're never going to get anywhere with that chintzy armor. Oh, chintzy! Let me suit you up in style. Since you've heard of my adventures, I feel like we're old friends. So I'll give you a special deal. What can I do for you? Hey, that's nice. So we got Knight's Helm, Defender Collar, we already got one, Dragon Claw, and Shining Armor. Sweet. So he gives you a discount here. It's cheaper. Something. That is a weird cameo. Something happened. Oh, it's a thief. Doan 2300 meow. Hey, thanks for popping in. Thanks for redeeming thief. Thanks for the follow yesterday, or right this minute. Yesterday it was Dauxer. Thanks for the follow, Dauxer. And thanks for the follow, Doan. Now, is that a Chrono Trigger reference I detect? I smell it in the water. I feel it in the air. Okay, we're going to buy all this. Very generous of him to provide some affordable things. I appreciate your business. Please take this powerful weapon with my thanks. I found it in one of my adventures in the jungle on the plateau. Received bazooka. Received thunderball projectile. So we had a bazooka. I guess you can get the bazooka before fighting the Rat King. And then you don't have to worry about not being able to hit him. Oh, that's what I meant. You're post-apocalyptic. See, I know a good Chrono Trigger reference when I see one. You make me envious, Don, because I wish I had a Chrono Trigger reference username, but now I'm too attached to the Well-Read Mage. Plus, it was a pun that my wife came up with, so I gotta stick with it to honor her. But I do like your username. I take it then that you are a fan of the Chrono Trigger game, the greatest RPG of all time. Oh, thank you. I like you. We just met, but you know, we like each other. Sometimes you bond over a username, and that's cool. I'm glad you love Chrono Trigger. So today we're sharing our top 10 favorite games. Actually, I shared mine earlier. Chrono Trigger at the top. It's got Final Fantasy VI and Tactics, Stardew Valley, Yoshi's Island, A Link to the Past, stuff like that. Do you have a top 10 that you'd like to share with the class? Did you bring enough games to share with the class? Yeah, let's use the doggy biscuit. Sad that nobody mentioned Secret of Evermore on their top 10, but I do know a few people. Maybe 2 or 3 people for whom Secret of Evermore is actually their favorite RPG of all time. But I think that's pretty cool. I think I am appreciating this more this time around. When I first played it, I was very much like a lot of other folk where, you know, you're kind of like, it's not the usual. But it's okay that it's not the usual. That provides some those are beautiful. Some diversity, some uniqueness. Got a call bead. Actually, I didn't explore this whole half of the castle. There's a huge space here. Let's see if there's anything down. Oh, man, I almost took the face off of that guy.
Hi, I'm Neris, the smartest boy in Ebon Keep. I bet you're not as smart as me. Guess the number of marbles in my hand, and I'll give you something.
4 or 1? Well, he said marbles. Super heal restores both heroes' HP. What? Let's I like heal though. I don't know about sure. Why not? I'm going to take that heal off for now. And then we will bring in now I'm not really sure what to use. What are like the best spells to use on here? Send pounds gradually generates. Because I mean I could have both of those just for kicks and giggles. You love so many games? Okay, so I know for some folk a top 10 is out of the question. Like if I ask my wife, what are your top 10 favorite superheroes, she's gonna have the hardest time. But for others it's easier to make a list. So if you don't have a list, just give me a small smattering of some of your other favorites. That's fine too. Not everybody's gonna have a top 10. I wrote mine down, so I never forget it. It's always there just in case I need it. As I'm pretty confident that nothing's gonna crack my top 10 unless something major happens. I mean, I played some pretty good games recently. Like I played Astrobot. That game's gonna crack my top 50. I'm pretty sure. Okay, so this takes us back, so we don't need to go this way. Astrobot, probably top of my top 50. I think Silk Song broke my top 50. Astrobot might even break my top 25. It is phenomenal. Oh, here we go. Okay, we got Chrono Trigger, Fantasy Stars, Shining Force, Ease Trails, Landstalker, Dark Savior, Dragon Force, Live Alive, Space Harrier, Knights, Walkin' Rotor. Actually, I don't know what that is. Gemfire. Okay, so I'm familiar with a lot of these. Now, you're referencing the whole series, or can you pick out individual titles? I bet you didn't know following this channel there was going to be a quiz at the top of the show, but I got to fill out the dead air somehow. Well, we talk about a lot of old games here, don't we? Why is anybody talking about a Nintendo, right? So yeah, Astrobot did come out a while ago. I'm the host, so I talk about what I experience, and I recently beat Astrobot. So I waited until it went on sale a little bit, and then I bought it for my kids for Christmas, and we hung out and played it. That's pretty much the only answer, though. Really good game. I mean, if you love 3D platformers, that's top shelf. Oh, yeah, and good clarifier there to Cinco Play. Astro's Playroom was the built-in kind of tech demo. The full game is excellent. Major Rage, here to celebrate. How's it going? Say hi to Scarlett's as well for us. And how you doing today?
Hello again, friend. I trust that my little security measure in the hall didn't give you as much trouble. I haven't introduced myself. My name is Tinker Tinderbox. I deal with scientific matters, mechanical inventions, alchemy formulas. I trust that the Queen has told you about our imposter in Ava Tower. Yeah, we've been encountering evil twins ever since we left Podunk. Oh, you're from the same place that our Queen hails from. Yeah, there's an abandoned mansion just outside of town. Nintendog chased a cat into the old place and I followed him. The cat wasn't there anymore, but we did find a strange machine in an old laboratory. The cat's the final boss. The machine zapped us to another lab that looked a lot like the old one. Only this lab was in some sort of space station. There were two people there. One was this scientist, Dr. Ruffleberg. The other one looked like it may have been his butler. I'm not really sure what happened after that, but we ended up on Evermore. And we've been here ever since. I think I know of this place in space that you speak of. I've seen it through my telescope. If you want to go back to Podunk, you'll probably find the way up there. And I think I know how you can get there, too. But first, we have the matter at hand of the imposter. The Queen wants us to go back to Ivor Tower and stop her twin from causing more trouble. Just an errand boy for two queens at this point. That sounds like a good idea. The imposter is scheming at this very moment. Take a look. Well, how can you hear what she's saying through the telescope? That's some dang good telescope, let me tell you. Astro's Playroom, fun but frustrating. Astrobot is the best Nintendo impersonation I've ever seen a non-Nintendo company do. And not for lack of trying, right? Like, after playing Astrobot, I was like, maybe PlayStation could finally do a good Smash Bros. Knockoff. Or like an Astro Kart. I could see that being done. But it's not like Little Big Planet Kart or All Stars was any good. You know, they were kind of just okay. But I think you're right. It's probably the best Nintendo game I've played that is not made by Nintendo. Maybe. Because there's some pretty good indies that are like knockoffs, right? Like I thought Hyper Light Drifter was fantastic. That absolutely sounds like smacked of Zelda. I'm glad you're doing well, Major Rage. What's going on recently? What are you playing? Are you going to check out the Dragon Quest VII demo tomorrow? Oh, you love this game. Awesome, Dome. There's not enough fans of Evermore. I'm starting to be a backer of Evermore.
It wasn't always a favorite of mine, but I think this is pretty darn good. The first party titles are usually even worse than Nintendo ones generally beat Hyper Light Drifter. I do like Hyper Light Drifter quite a bit. And I also thought that the theming around like a chronic illness was actually really great, really relatable. For me, it was kidney issues, lifelong issues. For Heart Machine, it was the heart. And so that extra element of relatability in that story, even though it was told without any dialogue, I thought that was really elegant, really nicely done. But yeah, I do like quite a few PlayStation games. I just beat Bloodborne not too long ago. I know that wasn't made by them, but it's an exclusive. I thought Bloodborne was fantastic, but I played the Demon's Souls remake. I thought that was great. But yeah, one tires of the cinematic third-person AAA action-adventure over-the-shoulder yellow paint game. I have orders from above, Veronio. Where to find a device that produces a special kind of energy. It is somewhere in the kingdom, but there's no specific information as to its whereabouts. My superior has ordered me to do whatever it takes to find it, even if we must tear the kingdom apart, piece by piece.
But, Your Highness, won't the citizens be suspicious?
I'll deal with those cretins when the time comes. Now let's find that device.
That's a darn good telescope, let me tell you. Oh yeah, we do voices here. I apologize in advance if anybody doesn't like a voice. We got to do it on the spot. So that was my Queen Elizabeth II voice when she was still around, and every once in a while I'd speak like the Queen Elizabeth II, even though she didn't even sound remotely like that. Oh, I know you meant Sony developed, because you said first party, so I took it that way. Yeah. My regular voice is Jack Black. I don't sound naturally like Jack Black. I have to do a little bit of the skadoosh in there to make it sound like Jack Black. My regular voice is not Jack Black, but I will take it. I'll take it. It's better than me. Like, somebody compared me once to Vin Diesel. I was like, shut your mouth. I don't even look like Vin Diesel. I don't sound like Vin Diesel. That was odd. Wow, she's mean.
Yes, she has to be dealt with in a hurry. Crossing the chessboard would not be a good idea at this point. Her troops will be expecting it. I recommend that you go to the north and visit my brother Gomi. He'll help you. Go through the dungeon to the sewer, then out. You'll find a blocked passage to the north. You can clear that passage with my axe. You'll find it in my treasure chest. Oh, I'm glad we had a little bit of a Lord of the Rings reference there. Iron, we're pretty stocked up on stuff. I'm not too worried about buying anything right now. We'll get a couple more of those. And, yes. Because this is actually my first save of the stream. And I've been playing for over an hour, so we got to be careful. Pretty sure you're a Jack Black enjoying streaming by pretending not to be Jack Black. Well, that would be phenomenal if that was true, because Jack Black has a really popular streaming channel on YouTube. So he already does that. I don't think he's playing Secret of Evermore, though. Doan says, if I was Jack Black and wanted just a normal time, I'd pretend to not be Jack Black. And nobody's ever seen me and Jack Black in the same room, so I don't know. Come back after you've dispatched the imposter. I'll help you return to that space place. Oh, the end is in sight. The end is in sight. The end is in sight.
Let's see. Y'all got anything else in here? Oh, here we go. You found the Night Basha. It's green. So, this last stretch, if this had been localized, I would have guessed that this is like a part that they cut a lot of things and truncated it or whatever. But like, they've given me way too many weapons too quickly, all at once. And I really wish, that would probably be the one thing I would fix about this game, is I really wish that they had they had levels that were shared with weapon types. So like if you level one sword, it's the same as leveling all the swords. If you level one axe, it's the same as leveling all the axes. Same thing with like a pole arm. I think that would have been really neat, because as it is, the game's not really long enough to reasonably have, or to have any reason to switch between these, especially since like they're purely iterative. Like this is better than this, you know, so why would I go back to using this, except for the fact that I put time into leveling it up? You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? What is this? I only get 3 of those. I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna use the Night Basha. Well, it's not even as strong though, so we'll use the Lance for now. So there you go. Let's see. Yes, sharing the top 10 games with it. Chrono Trigger. Oh, see, I knew that that you and I were separated at birth. So let's see. We've got Final Fantasy VI and Mega Man X and Chrono Trigger in common. You've got Final Fantasy 4 and 7, Earthbound, Grandia 2, Lunar, SSSC, Lunar, Super Mario RPG, and Secret of Mana. All excellent choices. Somebody made an observation, and I want to run this past you, folks. Let me know what you think. Found the explosion formula. Oh, cool. Somebody made the observation that when you ask people their favorite RPGs, most of the time they will tell you the names of RPGs that are pre the year 2000, before the year 2000. And I think that's really curious. I think that those stories not just impacted us at a young age, but maybe represented a little more simplicity and stuff like that. Some newer RPGs can just be too much bloat, and that's a problem. Let's see. As for your question, we're going to stream the demo tomorrow. Oh, cool. Well, hey, tomorrow remind me, and I'll try and send the chat your way. Everybody can check it out. I'll send you guys a raid. Remind me, okay? Let's see. You can DM me too if you don't want to remind me in chat. I don't want to put you on the spot. Let's see. 6 probably your favorite FF. Nice. You know what? I've even met. I mean, Chrono Trigger and 6 for me are like right neck and neck. Less story, more gameplay. I don't mind story, but story has to be meaningful. You know, it can't just be dialogue. Basic dialogue is not story. It can't just be, you know, characters repeating questions and it can't just be hijinks. There has to be plot progression, and there has to be character development. I think essentially as human beings we crave story and we crave character development, but things have to actually happen in an RPG. I'd better stock up. Okay. Let's see what else. Is there anything else here? No. Okay. I thought the dog was sniffing on something. Yeah, over here. This should come in handy. And the slow burn formula. Well, there's a lot of formulas in here. What am I supposed to do with all this? I can't reasonably level all this up. Okay. Defend I really haven't been using much, but I feel like I should. I don't really want to take that off. Corrosion I guess we'll take off. And then we'll try slow burn. Gradually drains the target's HP. Thank you very much, Major Rage. Ellipses don't count as dialogue. They don't. Played 6. Yeah, 6 in Chrono Trigger. You couldn't do better than that. That's where it's at. I have still met people who hate Final Fantasy VI. I don't get it. They'll say things like it's too emo, it's too depressing. I don't think it is. I think 6 has an excellent balance of serious, heavy themes and lighter, funnier moments. Certainly before the series started taking itself far too seriously. Have no soul. It's a little far, but I don't know. But argue with you. Top 25 would be easier. Y'all want to see my top 25? Let me give it to you. Here, I'll give you my whole thing right here. Top 25. This could be adjusted. Probably. Let me see. I'm going to say that... Let me take a look over it real quick. I'm going to say that this is pretty accurate for my top 25. I know this is just going to look like a bunch of words, and I'm sorry, but I'm copying and pasting it from a spreadsheet, so yeah. Yeah, too, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that exposition is not plot and character development. It's like basic story, yeah, but you can't get by on just exposition. Like, you gotta, you know, show, don't tell, all that stuff. Okay, well, nothing out this way. Okay, let me catch up here on chat. While I just kind of walk into walls and stuff. Top 10 has 4 RPG adventure games from post-2000 and 4 from pre. 4 and 4. Always felt like the Paper Mario games had great entertaining writing, but wouldn't describe them as having great story. That makes sense to me. Something like Mario RPG too. I don't think Mario RPG has like a great story, but it has a fun story and it has fun characters. It has a character who goes through some really significant development, Bowser, which I think is really awesome and fun. Let's see. Third strongest mole. Welcome to the chat. Oh, that was your comment that I just read. Okay, we actually got to go down. Oh, Unicorn Overlord. Ooh, do I have that on my list? Let me see. Unicorn. Yes, number 203 on my list. It's a long list. The list of favorites is currently at 379. Ooh, maudlin. That's a rare word to read right there. Silent protagonist. Yeah, I don't mind silent protagonist either. Where's the punctuation? It's not on the spreadsheet, I'll tell you that. There's yeah, you just get it straight copied from the thing. Dragon's Crown was good. Oh, I always rides you on your commas. I don't think you need an apostrophe there. Octopath Zero. I need to play Octopath Zero. Let's see. I need to get out of here. That's what I need to do. Sometimes I'll share my favorites and people accuse me of being basic. They're like, "Why so many Mario games?" I'm like, "Cause I like them. It's my favorites list. I don't care if you think it's basic. It's what makes me happy." Like, it's weird too, because online you'll be like, "This makes me happy," and people will be like, "Stop letting that thing make you happy." And you're like, okay, that's just the kind of world that we live in today. Where did I come out of? I came out of I don't remember how to get back to the sewer. Back here. Yeah. Okay. I think we could have gotten down here from the castle, but I can't remember how. The internet is a crazy place indeed. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird. Like because you'll say, "Hey, this makes me happy," and people are like, "Stop being happy." Why? Why do you want me to not be happy? I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so we gotta go back skis. And I guess that's through this here. Now, what did he say? He said that we've gotta go down through the sewer. Okay, leave M and Cube through the... Oh, yeah, the barricade. That's right. I remember now. Oh, hey, sweet. So, actually, now we could bust this down. Dang. It does its job, and it does its job well. You know what? They might have put... They could have put one of these right next to the two doors so that you didn't have to run down at all, but... That's still a fairly decent shortcut, I think. Wah, wah, wah. Let's see. Catch up on here. A large black and white cat imagines his personality is the same as Fluffy. On January 1st. Well done. I was trying to finish Astrobot on January 1st. Feels good to finish a game on thing. You saw a meme about FF fans being toxic to each other this morning on 4group, which is usually a pretty wholesome place, but people started dogging certain titles and their fans almost immediately. Yeah, that franchise in particular is pretty mired in stuff. It's enough to where like a guy once told me he told me you're not welcome in the Final Fantasy community. I was like, okay, I wasn't aware I needed your permission to like a franchise, but that's kind of in general what that very very planned community type fan base that series has. So for now, I just kind of tend to like them from a distance. I don't really tweet too much about Final Fantasy anymore. People don't like jokes about Final Fantasy. It's kind of a sacred cow type thing. But that's all right. You know, everybody can enjoy their stuff in their own way. Let's see. I'll say 6. So, Don, you've mentioned Live Alive a couple times. I didn't want to yuck your yum or anything like that. That game didn't work for me personally. And like when I played it, I was like, I get why the original Japanese audience didn't like this. But that left me kind of confused as to why Western audiences liked it so much. And didn't seem to before the remake. Like, I never heard people mention it alongside Bahamut Lagoon or Treasure of Rudras, anything like that. So I don't know. I think it was the remake that really did it for a lot of people. But it didn't exactly work for me. But then I'm wondering if the original was not so well received in Japan, then is there any odds that they reference that quite a bit for so many games? Because I have heard a lot of people say, you know, XYZ was Live Alive inspired. With Octopath Traveler, it kind of makes sense, yeah. Like when I played Octopath Traveler and then later I played Live Alive, I was like, oh, Live Alive's like a prototype. Seemed like for Octopath Traveler. And you know, I'm gonna go across here first. This tower is disgusting. It's just got worms and dragons all over it. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get rid of that game. I thought about trading it off or selling it at some point, but I do want to give it another shake and try it again sometime. Give it a fair chance. Oh yeah, we could try slow burn. And that's all it does. It's just slow damage. So that's not too exciting. How about explosion? It does what it sets out to do. It explodes. I don't want to... I don't want to miss out on these guys since I damaged them. There we go. Already. Undertale takes inspiration from Live Live? Really? See, now that I hadn't heard. I always hear Undertale takes inspiration from Earthbound and stuff like that. And the guy doing the mod for Earthbound, was it the Halloween hack? I always saw Earthbound in it. What do you see from Live Alive in in Undertale? And if there's an explicit statement from the dev on that, I would be very curious to know about that. I'm somebody who's interested in those kinds of things. Let's see. You got told you weren't allowed in the Mr. FPGA community? That is a crazy conversation. I could see you getting kicked out of an emulation community. That's freaking hilarious to me. Oh, Baron shared his. I missed that. Final Fantasy VI, Dark Souls 3, Wild Arms 3, Shadow Hearts 2, Neo 2, Mega Man X, nice. Super Metroid, Link to the Past, Diablo 2, Colonel's Bequest, I've never heard of. Tell me more about Colonel's Bequest. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. Like the recent demo, I never played it fully to know if it was good or not. Yeah, it was enough to where I stopped playing it. I think I played about 3 chapters and I was like, this is not working for me. We talked about it a couple times on chat, like why does Live Alive have like a tactics combat when it doesn't usually seem like there's much tactics involved. A lot of it seems like it's spell spamming. I wonder though if Undertale got the pacifist genocide thing, and I'm not arguing. Let me say this, because you and I have just met. This is just how I talk. I'm generally, I think, pretty skeptical and interested and curious, so I like to ask a lot of questions. But yeah, I wonder if they got it specifically from Live Live, because there are other games that have done that since, right? There has to be. But I feel like Live Alive has become more important, more a part of the conversation since the remake. It seems like, the Japanese originally didn't care for it, and it was kind of just at that point. But I wonder if the remake of Live Alive, I wonder if that really helped propel that game forward in Japan. I haven't really seen or heard of Japanese sales for Live Alive or critical reception, that sort of thing. Let's see. I took my hardball. That was a nice little kind of weenie spell. That's okay. We can use this a couple times. Heal up. Oh, longer animation. That was a little too long. But that is a big heal, actually. That is a pretty big heal. Not gonna lie. Can't wait for the next dog form. I'm telling you right now. Colonel's Bequest is a very old adventure game from Sierra. Oh, cool. Yeah, so I don't think I've played that one. Knows about sales and business and stuff. Oh, okay, I gotcha. I usually only think about those things, again, for the curiosity's sake. Obviously, they don't matter in terms of one person's enjoyment. You know, like how much you enjoy something shouldn't have much impact on your enjoyment. What am I trying to say here? This is like a word salad sentence. Your level of enjoyment shouldn't be impacted too much by sales figures. I was talking to a guy recently because I accidentally went through the door. I was talking about how much I like exclusives. And it was essentially telling me stop liking exclusives so much. He was like, look at the top selling PlayStation games. None of those are exclusives. I was like, that's kind of, a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you don't make exclusives, then yeah, they're not going to sell well. But I was also like, do you base everything you like off of, what sells best? Because that seems like a weird way to enjoy things. So those questions about sales are not said in that light. to clarify. Let's see. You have mixed feelings about Undertale? I liked Undertale quite a bit, but I played it completely devoid of interacting with any fans of Undertale. We were talking about communities earlier. I played it years later after it came out, and I did not interact with any fans. And it seemed like that was an okay way to do it. Yeah, I think of Live Alive in the same way, single player. And I think we've mentioned this a couple times on chat. That it did seem like an experiment, a prototype. It is surprising that Square Enix decided to remake it. Squeeze Nix. Rare Gem is Dark Savior. Yeah, if you like Quirk, that was another thing that was a little off-putting for me. Like, I like Quirk okay, but I don't think Quirk is personality. There's a lot of Quirk in Live Alive. Quite a bit. And that's a taste thing, right? Like somebody may like salt on their steak, some may like, a little pepper. Whoa, we're getting pummeled. Oh, is this gonna kill me? Almost. But yeah, experimental, janky. I don't know. Like jank, I think of like hitboxes and stuff. There's some of that. There's some of that going on. This is irritating right here. Getting dropped by this boss. Not a huge fan of that sort of thing. So maybe I'll stand over here and just kind of throw that out there. Where I once met somebody who told me that Chrono Trigger was a Live Alive like, and I was like, you guys are taking this too far. Y'all are taking this way too far. You cannot just say stuff like that. Hey, back off, man. I'm a doctor. There we go. Talking to the dragon, of course. No! No! Oh, that's a long fall. That's alright. We survived because we're awesome. Let's see. Don't know Dark Savior. Yeah, what is Dark Savior? Was that a Sega game? Oh, Saturn. Okay. What is the turn-based RPG equivalent of jank? I would like to know. Well, yeah, people on social media almost ruined my life. So, yeah. Well, in a large way, did ruin my life. So, yes. Yes. This has been a year where I've thought about, canceling it all, getting off. Even, just everything, streaming, all that stuff. But I don't know. We're still around for now, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stay around for now. So I guess we could just stay down here and hit this guy. I'm not going up there for nothing. Oh, God bless Crush. That is such a good spell. Ganon was not joking around. Yeah, level 6. Crush. So, Doan, what I've been doing is playing through every Super Nintendo RPG. And I've got about 9 left to beat. Definitely have come across my fair share of jank, whatever the RPG equivalent is, for these games. And I don't know what you would call it. I feel like there does need to be a second term for it. Let's see. Stuff. So what would you say single play in Live Alive's combat inspired Chrono? Most of what I remember from Live Alive's combat is moving somewhat pointlessly around the isometric field and then just spamming the same spells. I heard that one of the chapters has more emphasis on strategy, but I guess there's like the spatial awareness maybe. Both have nonsensical time travel. That's a Final Fantasy thing as well. Silly to serious. So I wouldn't say Live Alive originated that, but I often say Chrono Trigger is a Final Fantasy, and one reason is Final Fantasy One has time travel. Um, let's see, it's time to go full troll. Oh no, we're not gonna go there. You're not gonna go there either, Mister Temper. Gonna look like I have something brown eyes, but it's pretty down if you stop. That's kind of you to say, Mage. I appreciate that. I'm not fishing for anything right here. That's honest thoughts after last year of like I need to change my life. Um, you know. But working on that, working on stuff. Working on stuff is fun. Uh and neither Live Alive nor Chrono Trigger are Final Fantasy games. They're practically identical. There is a full troll right there. Um Radio linear attack patterns where position matters. But that's where I'm wondering, does it get that from Live Alive? As if Live Alive was the only pre-Chrono Trigger game to do that? Or what? It's pretty different positioning, for sure. Do you remember that one thing kept killing me over and over in Live Alive despite everything being fair? And guess what it is? Oh, I don't know. I didn't finish it. As a secret, temper is always full troll. There it is. And single play goes either way. That's what makes it harder with single play, because sometimes I don't know if he's serious.
Wait, stop. Fun is fun, but I don't want to see anybody get hurt.
Thanks.
My name's Gomi, son. I'm a junk collector and a friend of the dragons. This is my latest attempt at the Great Gomi Tower. It's going to be fabulous. You may ask, Gomi, why do you want to build such a tall tower? Aren't you happy being bound to the ground? Don't you think you can do something better with your time? That I say no. I'm a child of the sky, and I want to reach higher like my friends the dragons. So what brings you up to my structure?
We heard that this is the best way to get to Ivor Tower.
Oh, you don't want to go there. That queen acts so nice and friendly, but she's really very mean and devious.
That's why we're going there. My dog and I are trying to stop her from tearing apart the kingdom. Tinker told us that you could show us the way.
Tinker? My brother Twink?
Okay, Tinker.
Why didn't you say that he sent you? Of course I'll help. Here's an alchemy formula that I learned from my adventures in the clouds. I call it Lightning Storm.
Lightning Storm, we're going to take off Slow Heal and switch to another alchemy spell. There are a lot of these. You know what? Sometimes a little Freudian slip comes out. No, just kidding. There's a lot of reading, y'all. Let's see. Oh, you don't have to say. Only 2 gaming streamers are watched? Really? I thought you watched other folks. Again, I wasn't fishing for anything. You don't have to come out and say stuff like that. Let's see. I mean, period. Down the world, Mervin's ambition did it, but I can't think of anything else at it. So if we are saying that Live Alive originated, kind of like positioning AOE type stuff, then that's pretty impressive. But I'm not aware. I'm not willing to just kind of take that because we can't think of another one. Like, there's a lot of RPGs. There's a lot of Famicom RPGs. There's a lot of Super Famicom RPGs. There's a lot of RPGs. Oh my goodness, there's certainly a bucket load of PC 98 and 88 RPGs too. Inindo Way of the Ninja from 1991 had some positioning in battle as well, but I would never say that they got the idea from Inindo. The positional thing in Chrono Trigger, I was, Baron, it's funny you mentioned that. I was talking with somebody once and he was saying that he thought Chrono Trigger would be improved if you could place your characters at the start of each combat, at the start of each battle, and then you could move them like isometrically. I disagree. I think that would dramatically slow the game down. And I think that the point of the positional attacks in Chrono Trigger is to think on your feet and kind of take your chance when you can, especially since it's time-based. But I think if it went full-on tactics strategy, the game would really slow down. But it's designed to be that kind of smooth, you fight right on the map, that sort of thing. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. See, it happens, right? Let's see. The dude with the Gatling gun kept killing. Becomes such a meme. They included it. Watch other streamers, but they're all in the comedy, just chatting. Oh, okay. So Marvel's ambition, like, yeah, somebody here is gonna say Chrono Trigger is an Nintendo like. I don't care which came first. Oh yeah, for sure. And I don't want to press you. I don't want to press you into this corner where you have to say I love something, and that's fine. I always want to fully give the space for somebody to like those things. In this chat, we just ask questions, and it's not a love it or forcing you to hate it or anything like that. Every once in a while, it gets in that direction, but we try and steer away from that. I don't think we can talk about PC98 in this channel. Oh no, Nintendo does has ear splitting music. It's awful. Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, and Chrono Trigger and Nintendo, like, it would slow the pace. See, Mage knows what's up. I don't think that not being able to position your characters in Chrono Trigger is that big a deal. I think that's an extra thing that would make an easy game easier for no real reason. But you just got to take advantage of some of the positioning when you can. I don't think the combat is dynamic enough to have position-based attacks. Because the enemies move around, right? But I guess I don't know what that means. That the combat is not dynamic enough to have position-based attacks. Let's see. Ease looks good on PC98, and Popful Mail is kind of Socratic method type stream. There you go. See, Mage gets it. Mage knows what's up. It's dumb to have positional attacks when we have no controller position, though. Why? Well, like, that's what I'm asking. Is like, why think that's dumb? If you did have controller position, then that just means you could hit all the enemies at once all the time. But that would just make the game easier when it doesn't need to be easier. You know what I mean? So, like, the way that it is now, you just kind of have to take advantage of the moment when you get the positional attacks to benefit maximally, which has to do with the time feature in the combat. So I don't understand why adding position would benefit, because to me that just seems like that would just make the game easier, and I don't know. I don't understand how that would benefit. It would just be another step in combat too, and that, like, slowing the combat down, I don't think that's a benefit. Maybe triggers should have let you do the combined text regardless of position. Just move. You can do combined text regardless of position. Or you mean enemy position? Enemies only kind of wander slightly. They could have just gone from a normal targeting system like other RPGs. Some of them wander slightly. Some of them run across the screen. But they have different movement patterns. It's more fun to just sit and wait. That is not what I said. The three trolls in chat are forming a triforce of trolldom here. But let's move on. We have Lightning Storm. I don't know what alchemy spells to level up here, so I'm just going to roll with it. And I thought you guys were all like, we're the big tough gamers in the house. We like big tough games. So then to advocate for the game being easier and slower, to me doesn't sound very compelling. Thanks. So how do we get to Ivory Tower from here? That's no problem at all. Sterling, come here. Come on, Sterling. It was all fun, eh? My friend Sterling will give us a ride. This looks like the dragon from the cover of that one Saturn game. Except he was green. You're going to have to take us to Ivory Tower. Okay, Sterling? Okay, boss. Oh, there he goes. Easy. The more decisions you give the player, the faster they get tired, bored, best to focus on the most interesting or engaging ones. Yeah, I don't see why adding an extra step to battle to slow the game down and make it easier is a good thing. There's no compelling evidence. None at all. No, just kidding. Look. Don't make me bust out Peaches here, because that's the direction we're heading right now. Peach, you're so... No, just kidding. I enjoyed it. How it is, like, games are a little quirky. They don't have to work perfectly. Ultimately, it comes down to just using full AoE attacks or single target and ignoring the positional. And you get AoE later in the game, you know, which makes sense. But there are quite a few instances, particularly with bosses, in which you don't want to use full AoE attacks. So I think that's a generalization that doesn't always hold up. There are quite a few enemies in which you want to be targeted with your attacks in order to attack a weak point, taking like a satellite enemy down. Don't let me in. Okay, Baron, I won't. Put positional attacks in a game where the positions are effectively random. They're not effectively random, though. I don't think that's the case. I think enemies, especially of certain kinds, move in very specific formulas. And I think bosses in particular have very specific strategic movement that require the player to understand things like shields, satellite enemies, which thing to target and when, like one thing that heals or one thing that counterattacks if you hit it. So it's very much about being positional. I would not say that the positions are random for the enemies at all. At all. Let's see. Major Rage, part of the fun of CT is learning how certain enemies patrol during the fight and knowing when to hold an action to hit multiple enemies. So he gets it. It's too easy, needs a hard mode. Well, you're advocating for making it easier, Mr. Temper. I would play a hard mode Chrono Trigger. That's a mod right there. But yeah, but don't make it easier. Let's see. Can we argue how to pronounce Marley? Yes. Feel free. You can argue about anything you want, honestly. And I always say, too, folk in chat, y'all can bring whatever you want to talk about. This is an open game chat. We can talk about everything. This is Socratic method chat. I'm going to borrow that, Major Rage. That's good stuff. Did he sell? No, he didn't. Okay. All right, I gotta be paying attention here. Oh, look. Another mage. You heard it here. Anytime there's a you heard it here, that's going to be a complete warp of what I said. Chrono Trigger isn't popular anymore. If you like it, you're clearly wrong and should feel bad. Sure. Okay, I'll agree with you on the non-randomness too. When you start combats, your characters run at static locations. Usually, enemies each have their own patterns. I think that also falls in line, Baron, with the fact that there are very few, if any, random battles. You should feel bad, Temper. Barely any random battles in Chrono Trigger. It's all very, very clearly not random at all. Enemy movement follows specific patterns. Enemies move in specific ways. Bosses and mini-bosses, for sure, have prescribed ways to interact with them positionally. Now let me pull up a map for this area, because there's all kinds of missables in this game, and I don't like missing things. That's the bad thing, is we don't want to miss stuff. So that was Gobi Tower. I don't know that I might have missed things here. There's a feather that I missed, and ash, ethanol, acorn, so nothing major. And then the next area, I have no idea where this is. Oh well. We're just gonna look around, see what we can find. It's and Doan, I know you're fresh new around here too. Oh, this is the familiar place. We are usually this argumentative, but we're also all friends. This is not ever a territory where somebody storms off. We're like, you're an idiot, and then that's that. We usually have our fun intellectual sparring, and then we move on with chat. It's fun. It's great. It keeps you feeling alive. Sorry, Legend of the River King 2. Hey, nice. I like Legend of the River King. I really do. Single play. Titus. Yeah, they say it both ways. Yeah. They also say Marley in Final Fantasy VII Remake, as I recall. You just storm off. Yeah, you're like, I have a meeting. I have a call I have to take. And it's usually just you storming off into the restroom in a huff. My wife knocks on the door. Honey, is it the well-read mage again? And you're like, yeah. He said that Adding positions for the characters would slow down Chrono Trigger and it hurt my feelings. Just kidding. That's not what single play sounds like. He sounds like a man. No, imagine, I've heard single play, but imagine if single play sounded like Batman. This is single play. Oh wait, can't do it right now. Hang on, I gotta sit up.
This is single play. My favorite Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy 12. If you don't like
No, it's a little shaky. You know why? Because I've been talking so much. My voice is getting weak. Or maybe he sounds like Mark Hamill Joker. My favorite Final Fantasy is Final Fantasy 12. Marl, oh no, no, this is why we were separated at birth. This is the Marl. Oh, you sound more like Gilbert Gottfried. My favorite Final. No, he can't do it. It's just screaming. My kids are in the next room. Are going to be like, Mommy, is Daddy ever going to recover? No, never. He will always be this way, my children. And now, let us vacate the Demesis. The Demesis? The place. I'm going to say Marl. I'm going to say Marl, whatever everyone says. Oh, we got a Marl. Oh, yeah. No, popular vote. Yeah, I'm sure you decide everything based on what other people say, right, Mr. Temper? Oh, we're going with Male. I will accept Maru as well. But yeah, Mare. We're not going with Marl. Yeah, 7 Remake has a character named Marley. They say Marley in it, don't they? Or they say Marl? We got to check it on the Japanese as well. And then we got to triangulate it to the Portuguese. And then we got to switch that to the Swahili. Let's see. There's room for a really interesting combat system with more positional control for a sequel. They would have to balance it around and make it both. Yeah, I think that could be fun for a sequel. My biggest concerns would be like, don't slow it down. Don't make it a tactics game. But figure out how to do it somehow, you know. With the Super Nintendo and controlling 3 characters, I wonder how you could seamlessly and quickly move your characters around. Get out of the Demesis. I think I tried to say domicile and premises, and premises. I tried to say both of those at once, and it came out with Demesis. Yes, this is a real word. This I don't want to believe is right and feel sorry for those who feel otherwise. What a shame. Yeah, but then you try and cite other people. Like, they're like, oh, let me cite the authority of the chat. Oh, look at me, Mr. Temper. Oogly boogly blue. I'm Team Marley. Oh, nice. Marley is the ghost from Christmas Carol. Yes. Marley and Marley. Yep. No, I like my Marley like I like my apostrophe. And my catastrophe. And my atrophy. No, that one's got a Y. Marley is also the dog from Marley and Me. Oh. Single play wins. Bob Marley made some pretty great music. He did. He did. I think you misspelled it, though. Oh, wait. That was intentional, wasn't it? Entirely to make me look foolish. Well done on that clever ruse. We celebrate the win by sharing a Bob Marley. Oh, GIF? Oh, we're going with GIF now? You're gonna set as the equivalent of a fairly decent pronunciation. GIF. So you just pronounce it as graphics instead of graphics? Make me mod and see. You will never be mod. There's no way. Who's Bob Marl? Yeah, tell him. It works both ways, you little... Hey, there you go. You little hoochies. I'll get you, you little pest. And that mangy... too. Forgot to do the voice. Oh, no. Now we gotta fight the puppets that were questioning the theodicy of video games over here. Wow, Crush just destroyed that thing in one hit. Oh yeah, let's try Lightning Storm. Looks like a Lightning Storm to me. I don't see the point in leveling that up, so we're not gonna. Too many spells. Not enough time. Explosion. Did I see this one? Oh yeah, looks like an explosion. All right. That was easy. Cake. Oh, yeah, there's supposed to be a dragon back here, right? You. There we go. Easy. Oh, now there's a face. Okay, so what am I looking at? Is it like a giant Old Nick and Mungala? Wait, wasn't Mungala the name of that monster that escaped? Oh, that's it in the back, isn't it? You know, I think I mentioned this the last time you folks decided to go on this weird tirade. I worked with somebody named Carly. Her name was Carle. And you know what? The character from Chrono Cross, you little hoochies, right here. Look at this. This character's name. If you guys are going around pronouncing that as Harl, you could just have a great day. That's what you could do. You can have yourself a nice day and be safe and loved. And that would be awesome. That's what I wish for all of you. Have yourself a merry little... What is today? January 6th. I'm out of spells. I'm out of spells, y'all. Harl. Guarantee some of you weirdos are saying Harl out here. We're having some Carly's Jr. There's no E in that. Are you having a stroke? You would tell me if you were. Yeah. One of these days. One of these days I'm going to live stream a stroke just for you guys. That'll be great. Every day we stray a little further from the correct pronunciation of Marley. Oh, that was a long heal animation. I did not want to run out of spells right here. That doesn't feel good. What is that? I could probably do better damage just doing this. Hit him in the face. Well, how do you know that Harley wasn't short for a Harley Quinn and Marley wasn't short for Marley Quinn? You don't know. Come on. If they wanted Y, they would have put the Y. That's what I say about frickin' Chrono Trigger. If they wanted the Y, they would have put the Y in there. Why does Automod... Oh, what does the Automod say? Automod is very aggressive. Yes, but getting automodded is a rite of passage here as well. So I will allow both of those to go through manually. Yeah, Harley like Harley Quinn, spelled with an E. Exactly. Harley Quinn is the Batman villain, though. Let's see. I'm just saying they're spelled the same way. But y'all are making some kind of exception for Harley, but not Marley. Terrible. I don't get what Automod doesn't like. I didn't see it either. I think you just spelled knights like they spell it from Sega. That was it. You're glad you tabled? Yeah. Mr. Temper, glad he set everything on fire. There we go. Oh, we're using the W word here today. Automod is woke. What I said earlier was just a shoot up user's name. Oh, really? She was dressed as a Harlequin. She was dressed as a Harlequin. It's pronounced not pronounced a Harley Quinn. They didn't put it in there. They didn't. Harley and Marley. Boom. I think you need to hook a blood pressure monitor to your live stream through now while we're doing. Well, you told me once that you think I'm doing a character, so I will leave it up to chat to decide if I'm doing a character or if I'm obviously actually disturbed. But that's the fun of it, isn't it? You don't want to take that away from me and inject realism into chat. You want to have a talking cartoon that shrieks and yells and screams and throws a tantrum and all those things. That's all I have going for me. You can't take that away from me. I refuse. I said I refuse, boy. Let's use this helper. This heal right here. Yeah, knights. Yeah, that's good stuff. Harla and Marla. I said previously I would accept Marla over Marl. Marl is probably one of the ugliest sounding names in JRPG history. But I would take Harley or Marley. And I would take Harla or Harley. But I think everybody said Harley because Batman the Animated Series was really popular, you know? As well it should have been. That show was the GOAT. How's it going, Soko Chocobo? You came in at just the right time for all the kicking and screaming. How are you? Happy New Year to you, and thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoy yourself as we slowly whittle down this boss's health, I guess. He's not really doing much at this point. I thought they said at the carnival that he was covered with hair. The Mongola? He doesn't look very hairy. It looks like he has a bald pate. Pronounced pate, in case anybody was asking. Makes me want to Harl. See? Exactly. Blech. It's that level of name. Say Harla, say Marla. Do it. Do it! Or Harley or Marley. Don't say Harl and Marl. Fools of a took. There's so much fooling of a tooking in here today.
I don't believe that you've dispatched Mongola. Come closer. Let me give you your just reward. Take this, little man, for what you've done.
Oh, dang.
I meant to do that.
Okay. Wow. I did not remember that moment. Is that a random letters? Make you feel, wait, we don't use their names, just add random letters. Or pronounce the letters that are there. That's all that I'm asking for. Look, Nintendo, a gear. My favorite thing with the whole Marl discussion, too, is when people go, well, in Japanese, it's pronounced Maru, which is actually... Like, if you're playing the Japanese version, okay, fine. But you're not going around saying Cloudu, are you? No, you just say Cloud. Yeah, we call the dog Nintendo. Not my idea. That was the chat's idea. Chat was genius. All right, over to the family. Pronounce silent letters. If you know that they're silent, but they're not silent. Boots? I believe that is pronounced boots. It's so cute, though. It is cute. It is cute. Nintendo is good. Yeah. Queen Braun. Queen Brane? Queen Brane. Okay, look. I'm beginning to think that Queen was no lady. Here, lad, take this for your troubles. 10,000 gold coins. Follow me. I think Her Majesty has damaged the foundation. Oh my goodness. She fell and single-handedly is destroying the whole castle. I definitely don't remember this. That is a moment in this game that happens. Cloudu. All right, take your time, guys. Phew, that was close. Should probably get out of the building. They've gone. Everybody's gone. They must have all gone back to Ebon Keep. All alone here. Got to go. Got to go. Ah. Oh, there he goes. Got to go. Got to go. Ah. Here we go. Okay. So, is there any missable here now? Don't pronounce Worcestershire. Worcestershire. Worcestershire sauce. That's a fun word. Let me make sure we didn't miss anything. Because... oh, I think we're past time anyway. All these shenanigans and worst of the Shire sauce. Yeah, Worcestershire is how I usually say it, in all seriousness. I don't say Worcestershire. Worcestershire? You can go ahead and spell it out phonetically. That would be interesting to see. Okay, so I think we need to cross over to the other place. So actually, I'm going to do that now rather than go down into town because this is a big town. Worcestershire. Or you mean Worcestershire? Vowels are fun, aren't they? Especially when they're in the name Marley. Maybe the A at the end of Luca is silent. Maybe it's just look. Look! Oh, you guys, remember the Luca voice? I found Syncoplay's one weakness. It's the Luca voice. That's how we end the chat from now on. That's how we end the stream. Okay, across the little hedge maze here. Let me heal up because we haven't saved for a while. Worcestershire. Oh my goodness. We're going full on anarchy here. Linguistic anarchy. Or anarch. The Y is silent. You know why? Because in Japanese it's pronounced anarku. Alright, that's why. So y'all can just eat that. Let me through. Let me through. I know. I know you did. Yeah. That's why I found your one weakness. So anytime you become too irritating, I'll just start doing the Luca voice and you can skedaddle. And then then I don't have to worry about it. And then I don't have to worry about it. You heard it here, folks. What's linguistic? Is the foremost authority could settle the Marley debate. I believe he commented on it and said it's a made-up word, but all words are made up. I think those were his exact terms. But yeah, he's my resident linguistic expert. Because you know why? Localization. That's why. Let's see. There's some big areas in this game. Some big old areas. So you think the fall killed the queen, or did she bounce? She might be okay. I don't know. Some characters mysteriously just disappear at certain points in this. There we go. My boy. Where's my dude? I think we're getting ready to do the, I think we're getting ready to do the next, I already got this. That's weird. The next area. The next dog. I might as well do that first. If I can find where this broski's at. I'll just talk to this thing. It's not going to work out. He's not in here. He's not in here. Let's see. Well, that's a cop-out response. Yeah, because it's a video game from 1995 with no voice acting, so that's why. You know what you could check? The OVA. That thing's rubbish. They don't want to smoke a... Okay, let's see. Hope the person who named Marley was someone like me and knew it would ruin people's days for decades if they added the E. Right, he could have just put Marl if he wanted it to be Marl. But no, he added an E. Because he wanted it to be Marley. Should ask Ted Woolsey what he thinks. Oh, Ted Wools? Hi, Billy. Hi, that's some contraption you've got there. Ted Woolsey, that just dawned on me right now. This invention of mine has allowed me to see the lands beyond our kingdom. It's quite exciting. We've seen a lot of this world too, but we're really interested in going to that space station. Then we can find our way home. Ah, yes. I think that I have just the solution for you. Have a solution for you. Now that I've mastered flight with my Windwalker, I'm ready for bigger challenges. Looks like the Flintstone car with wings on it. I think that I can send you into space. I'm escaping to the one place that has not been corrupted by capitalism. Spice! But there are some things that I need first. Not long ago, a volcano erupted on the plateau to the north. I know, we were there. Then you must have seen the machine at the core of the volcano. I saw pieces of it on the ground surrounding the volcano when I flew by. There are 2 pieces that I need for my new invention. They are a valve wheel and a round pressure gauge. That sounds reasonable. And we'll need an energy source too. When the statue in the city to the east exploded, there were 2 jewels that acted as a catalyst. That's right, the diamond eyes of the dog statue. Hey, there's a diamond dog in Earthbound. Well then, you know exactly what I'm after. Oh boy, here comes the Earthbound chat. If you could bring me those items, I'll be able to complete my new invention and send you into space. You almost choked on the coffee at the Ted Wolves joke? The ultimate fetch quest, that's right. Ted Chocobos. That's right. Cinco's doing all his best material. Hey, I said Ted Wolves first. And then Cinco Play said it. That is all. I'm not letting him take credit for that. Fall-Down Killer was the shards of stone and tile away. Oh, that's too soon. The version of SNES recorded with fully voiced cutscenes, maybe that could definitely tell us the pronunciation. It could. And I'm actually part of that project. I got to be Ozzy, whose name I believe is pronounced Oz. The great and powerful. Cinco said it first in chat, and then I said it. No, he did not. He did not. There's a delay, my friend. There is a delay. Don't forget about that. You can go back and watch it. That's what you can do. You can take my Windwalker on your journey. I like to think that if we were all together, we were having a good time, that we would eventually like derail into just like wrestling on the floor over these pointless battles. Don't make fun of my delay. And yeah, we just tackle each other. That would be a lot of fun. Probably break a leg. You can land wherever there's one of these special fire pits. Why? Just look for the light. I guess that's just to mark landing sites. Visit me in my lab when you have all of the items. I'll use them to complete my invention and send you to that place in space. Why don't you go get it yourself? Why you save the kingdom? You know, I just saved the kingdom. Oh yeah, airship time. Oh, he needs the win. This is it always devolves into an us versus them, except the them is just me by myself. Y'all are terrible. You're terrible. Do other streamers put up with this nonsense? Let's go ahead and land again and see if we can save. As I rained blows down upon him, I realized there had to be a better way. And so we solved everything with a chess match. Mud chess match. Well, maybe we should play strip chess. Oh, it's so good. Graphics. See, this guy knows. In order to make my new invention, I'm going to do. Okay, yes. Save the game. I would like to purchase ingredients. And we get a couple more of those. We got a lot of money to burn. All right. We did it. The day is done. Now tomorrow, if I even come back tomorrow, y'all don't deserve it. No, if I come back, when I stream tomorrow, 1 p.m. Central, we are going to ideally get the toaster dog, the best dog form. Del Boca Vista? I don't know. That's pronounced Del Boca Vist, because those are silent A's for no reason. All right, my friends, it is now time for me to bid adieu, which means that you must go and pester somebody else for the time being. You have done all the pestering you can today. Away with you. And I'll see y'all later. Take care of yourselves. Hugs and kisses. Bye-bye.